Down on the Farm. I'm your host, Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at the movement of corn, beans, and wheat futures, courtesy of John Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Corn futures were down early, follow through after day before yesterday's sharply lower markets due to the beneficial rains in South America. Toward the close, however, corn managed to turn positive and close up a penny, and beans closed up 3 to 4 cents by the bushel. While U.S. corn's competitive on the world market, there is no new significant buying interest to offset the improving conditions in Brazil and Argentina. The U.S. dollar has been sharply higher these last 2 days, a negative for U.S. grain exports, but somewhat countered by a strong crude oil market, up about $2.50 by the barrel yesterday. More rain is in the forecast for South Texas Thursday into Friday. Corpus Christi's public elevator closed this week for Milo Trucks, Timco, and the Andersons Houston. Open this week for trucks 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, trust John Tuggle, 1-800-2-TUGGLE, 361-852-5207. That's Tuggle & Company, Corpus.
Wholesale Steel, family owned and operated since 1976. Has heavy-duty panels, the first and only panels on the market with a lifetime warranty against damage from your animals. Wholesale Steel, with 2 locations to serve you in San Antonio and Hearn. Financing available, and we wholesale to the public. Visit our website at wholesalesteelsa.com or call 210-624-2000 for Wholesale Steel.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat moves. We'll begin with the pork carcass cutout, 82 weaker across the front months. The national pork carcass cutout value, 82.78 after a $2.32 drop on Wednesday. Federal slaughter for Wednesday, 483,000 head for the week's running total of 975. As we look toward the beef side of the protein equation, we see that USDA's afternoon wholesale box beef quotes were 331 weaker in the choice, a cent lower in the afternoon for the select. The choice 278.03, the select 258.85. Federal slaughter for Wednesday 128,000, for the week 254,000. Looks like fat cattle, Wednesday we saw some trades 2 to 3 higher at 175. Neighbor, there's your meat moves. We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We didn't have a sale in Mason this week, but we're cranked up and running toward one in San Sab on Thursday, correct, Ken?
That is correct, Larry. We've getting ready for the sale for tomorrow, and as of today, it's going to be Thursday when y'all are hearing this, but we've had some decent rain throughout this area. Been kind of really cool and damp on also Tuesday and Wednesday all day, and we got another chance of rain. We had around 650 in around 5 o'clock, which kind of just due to the moisture and everything else, I think slowed the receipts down a little bit. We're going to have probably around 1,000 head or so. We do have, they're going to start sell off with at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, or this morning, with a good set of bulls that are coming off, featuring Shady Oak Farms of some really good Charolais bulls. And they got some good Sim Angus bulls also that's going to be here. I think we've got about 20 some odd Charolais bulls and 4 or 5 Sim Angus, several good Red Angus bulls and some Hereford bulls and Black Angus are going to be here also. So be a good run today to start the sell off with. Got several groups of weaned cattle along with some other good calves and yearlings that'll be offered today, Larry.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Ken.
You bet. Give us a call, area code 325-372-5159. Also this morning, the bull sale at 10 o'clock will be on the internet, and if y'all go to our website at jordancattle.com, you can go right to the internet on there, and hopefully you can find something you can purchase, Larry.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll talk with you after the sale.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know, neighbor, when I was a little boy, my dad would take me to the lumber yard there in Hart, and I got to walk the aisles while he would make his order. Didn't matter what he needed, whether it was something electrical, whether it was a simple tool like a claw hammer or a saw, whether it was nuts and bolts or screws, whatever he needed to do his repair jobs on the farm, we ended up getting at the local lumberyard. Your local lumberyard is MG Building Materials. And I use the word lumberyard because that's something that people of my generation are familiar with, but they're so much more than a lumberyard. There are 5 locations throughout our region, whether it's a cattle panel or a light bulb for your front porch, or 2x4s and 2x6s and big old sheets of plywood. You can find it at MG Building Materials. Go to mgbuildingmaterials.com for locations near you. We're on the line with Klein Spear, Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde, first cattle sale after the new year. Klein, what's it shaping up to be like?
Got about 250 on the yard this evening, Larry. Got a handful of cows palpate tomorrow. Got a few more sets coming in the morning. We know some good calves coming, so I think we'll have probably around that 400, 450 head range tomorrow. And market looks like it ought to start out pretty good from what it looks like.
Good. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you for that first sale after the new year in Uvalde.
Give us a call at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor. Larry Marble with you. We're here with Tracy Phillips, the Texas landlady of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate. They specialize in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acreage. Tracy, tell us about your newest ranch listing in Kimball County.
Sure thing, Larry. Bowood Spring Ranch is a stunning 1,430-acre ranch that offers rolling topography, outstanding wildlife, live water, lodge facilities, and much, much more.
Ranches like this don't come around very often, do they?
No, you're absolutely right. This is a very special property that has everything ready to go. Equipped with plenty of living space, this ranch also has breeding pens, a barn, cleaning area with a processing room, walk-in cooler, and just so many more amenities.
Discuss with us the wildlife a little bit more in depth.
Well, this property has been used as a whitetail breeding facility for the past 5 years, and the whitetail deer on this property have been released and are a testament to that breeding program, as the ranch has harvested deer from the 140s up to the 270s.
What else should folks know about this property?
This is a versatile in-use property with a lot designed for business opportunities, is already being utilized for rental, and we have several other smaller acreage options available with it as well.
Well, Tracy, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Well, they can always call me direct, 512-393-9996, and I always call back, or you can visit us at homesteadandranch.com.
Tracy, thanks for being on Down the Farm.
I loved it. Thanks, Larry.
We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock Exchange down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us each week.
Yes, sir, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments. We also want to welcome all of you back and hope you had a great new year.
Good.
We closed out 2023 with a great run of 1,086 head of cattle, and the market was steady.
Walk the pens with us.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 251 to 335. 3 and 4 weights, 250 to 340. 4 and 5 weights, 241 to 293. 5 and 6 is 217 to 264. 6 and 7 is 197 to 2 1/4. And the 7 and 8 weights, 172 to $2. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 205 to 255. 3 and 4 weights, 223 to 280. 4 and 5 weights, 216 to 290. 5 and 6 is 198 to 234. 6 and 7 is 180 to 213, and the 7 8 weights 162 to 181. We had 19 Packer bulls. High yielding was $1.07 up to $1.15. Medium $93 to $1. 163 Packer cows. High yielding was $93 to $1. Medium $75 to $83, and the low end $42 to $49. We had 8 bred cows. Better end brought from $1,000 to $11.50, and the planter one's 8 1/4 to $9.50. We only had 1 pair, and she brought $17.75.
What do you got under the barn for this week?
Well, at the present time, we're tagging on 403, and we're looking for about 550 come sale time. In our count, we've got 102 Packer cows and bulls, 3 pairs, 6 to be palpated, and a handful of potential nurse calves if anybody needs those.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Hey, if you have any questions, please call Weather and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
We appreciate you. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Cousin Brian Lintzman. Cousin Brian, how'd the first sale after the new year go?
I thought it turned out real good, Larry. You know, we didn't lose no ground. The quality wasn't as good this week, but, you know, like I said, the board was up just a little bit here over the holidays. The first sale out of the gate, I'm happy. Ended up with 284 head of cattle, 2 to 3 weight steers, $1.65 to $3.35, 3 to 4 weights, $2.09 to $2.85, 4 to 5 weights, $2.15 to $2.90, 5 to 6 weights, $1.99 to $2.75, 6 7 weights, $1.35 to $2.18, with 7 to 8 weight steers, $1.40 to $1.88. Get to the heifer mates, 2 to 3 weights, 182 to 270. 3 to 4 weights, 183 to 293. 4 to 5 weights, 181 to 235. 5 to 6 weights, 171 to 244. With the 700-pound heifers, 148 to 205. Top end of the packer cows, 99 cents. Top end of the bulls, $1.15 today. Had a few palpated cows from 1,050 to 1,200, with the pairs bringing 1,650 to 2,100. So that's just kind of a quick wrap up for the cattle. Sheep and goats ended up with 383 head of those. Top end of the nannies, 160, with the kid goats bringing from 220 to 315. Door for ewes, top end 160, with the lambs bringing from $2.20 to $3. Really hadn't changed since the end of the year, and we're getting that time of the year where the weather is the biggest factor of this market. You know, whether it's just low numbers or buyers saying, you know, I really don't want any because the weather's coming in. So, like I said, the next 60, 75 days, we'll just kind of see how she all plays out.
Did y'all catch any moisture?
No. Well, you get up to the hill country, some of our guys up around New Braunfels up there on Purgatory Road, they got 2 inches. Over me going towards Gonzales County, I got 1/10 of an inch.
Okay.
So, you know, it's just one of them things. It's just depends on where you at.
Yep. You know that Devil's Backbone up there where they talk about that you come across when you headed up to Fisher?
Yep.
You know, that's the kind of ridge I live up on here in Arkansas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just big rocks, just kind of coming out like ice cubes out of the ground. But we have pines and things like that on it. Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can give us a call at 830-379-9955 or call me on my cell phone, 830-350-0652.
I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm. We're at the kitchen table, and our guest today is Stephen from D&D, and you're bringing us some Preferred information, aren't you?
Yes, sir, Larry. So the boss ordered one too many truckloads of stuff from Preferred this morning, and I'm going to go ahead and offer 10% off all Preferred panels and squeeze chutes exclusively to Down on the Farm listeners while supplies last.
Down on the Farm listeners, you need to get in on this action. How much percentage?
10%.
Get on down to D&D right now. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, and I'm at extension 160.
Neighbor, it's time to get a hold of Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, we had a little shower yesterday, a little heavier up north, they tell me, and the winter has been mild. Good thing about South Texas, the winter is over in about 60 days. So looking forward to that. We've got a lot of good bulls available for lease or sale of all the popular breeds. And also looking for some lease pasture. If anybody has some shorter long-term lease pasture from 50 to 150 head, give us a holler. We're sure looking for some. We lost some pastures unexpectedly, and we're looking around for a place to put some cattle. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com, CASAS, CasasCattle.com, for the bull people.
McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. With their own cattle ranches in West Texas, they understand the rural ag economy. Farm and ranch equipment, from working chutes and sorting pins to cattle panels and gates, T-post fencing and barbed wire. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus. Milo through Corpus in January, March plus 115, 1036. Houston, March plus 120, 1045. Progresso, March plus 40, 902. Yellow corn to Corpus in January, March plus 45, 510 and a quarter. Progresso, March plus 110, 573 and a quarter. Hard red winter wheat to Houston, January delivery, March plus 30, 651 and a half. In Placido beans, January, February delivery, March less 90, 1187. Neighbor Texas cotton, 7,873 total bales statewide sold. Low price $74.93, high price $78.93. The average across that 7,873, $76.93. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble. Neighbor, we appreciate you listening to our 16 affiliated stations or at downonthefarmradio.com. Good day.